if we're not done.
Okay. What's up, honey? What's up, honey love? What's up, girl? What's up, honey love? I see you. What you doing, Red Sonya? What's up, Sonya? Fat Mama Sonya. What's up, Fat Mama Sonya? What's up, Fat Mama Sonya? What's up, Mayday? Lord Mayday. What's up, boy? What's up, Lord Mayday? What's up, my boy Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? It's my big boy, Doc. What you say? All right. Welcome back to another week, another episode of Gamedog Talk. And of course, we got the panel in the building, the legendary panel. Of course, we have legendary schoolboy, Mr. Richard Garcia. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Welcome, panel, and welcome, chat. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Yes, sir. And we have the legendary Rasta Man Boone in the building. How you doing, sir?
Yes, I 78 Sports to the motherfucking maximum. All the people that's chiming in, we love you.
Yes, sir. And we have the legendary Bakari, only the American Kennels in the building. How you doing today, sir?
Much love to the beautiful panel here and the awesome chat room we got. Much love to everybody. I'm doing great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now let me go up here and see if I can get a quick roll call with the people in the building. We got John Kramer, salute. ODG Bulldog, salute to you. Grind Mode Kennels, Todd Green, El Jocko, 200 East, Arrowhead Kennels, AJ, Death Valley Kennels, Lefty American Pitbull Terrier, Hugo, Miami Snoopy 305, Daryl Smith, Guts and Glory, Gullery Kennels, Dreadlock, Heyman Kennels. Let's see here. Michael Forgood, 614 Tree, Walnut, PA, Dirt Road Kennels, Man in the building. What's that? EU Melanin C. I don't know how to pronounce your name, family. Let me know how to pronounce that. Stephen Elder Mack, salute to you. Supreme Excellence 1, Tony Gardner, Dirty Glove Kennels, Combat Tool Bag, salute to you, brother. Vinny, CT Fat Boy. Let's see here. Mo Keith, City Boy Kennels. What's up, family? Let's see here. Devious in the building. Martinez Game Dogs. Salute to everybody that's in the building. I can't read everybody. Salute to you. I see my brother I Am Trill Will in the building. Salute to you, homie. Appreciate everybody joining us. And we have Doug in the super chat early. Appreciate the support, fam. He says salute to all the dog men. Thank you, brother. Salute to you.
Salute, Doug.
Salute to Brother Doug.
Brother D maximum.
Yes, sir. Let's get down to it. See what we got here going on. Got some decent questions from last week here from the chat. So let's get to it. We have another question. Another thing I want to say too before we get started. The link that's in my chat, I'm in the description to the website. That's my boxing website. You don't have to subscribe to sign up to the website to hear the Gamedog Talk. It comes here on YouTube. So if somebody sent you a link to it, this is on YouTube every Sunday, same time at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for it. Click on the notifications on the videos so you'll be notified when the videos come out. You don't have to sign up to the boxing website to get this show. All right? Because a few people did that. So we got first question. How many years were you in dogs before you got your first champion? I'll start with you, Brother Bach.
First year.
First year, huh? You want to tell us about it?
Yep. Just got it. Well, first year I got into dogs was my first champion. I mean,
I'm saying the dog name and everything.
Oh, Baby Ruth.
Okay.
Yes, Baby Ruth. Another East Coast assassin. Beautifully bred animal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she was a female 30. If I go, she was female 30. I think she was 33, if I'm not mistaken. Probably, I might have to say the best dog I've ever had.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Sure. Mr. Garcia, what about you?
I'm slow. So, like I mentioned before, it took me 7 years to learn how to properly condition a dog. It took about the same to get my first champion, Bill. Founder, he was also the first champion off of Big Red. When I first got in it, I wasn't breeding dogs. I didn't breed dogs till several years after I got into the dogs, and from that foundation and from those breedings is where I started getting champion dogs. So yeah, about 7 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roster Man Boom, what about you? How many years did it take you to get your first champion?
I'll say a few years. Shit. Oh, hell, I've been thinking about that real hard.
Bob lucky, man.
No, I told you I lucked up, and it wasn't me. Sorry about that, brother Mo. I lucked up.
It's all good because if y'all been listening to him tell his story,
right?
He was fortunate enough to walk in with somebody that knew what they were doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wasn't me. It was luck of the draw.
Yeah. Yeah, but you had to know your shit too. That you got to say
no.
that.
Let me hold up.
Hey, look.
You don't fall into no champion dog.
No. What I'm saying, hold on. I'm gonna give credit where credit was due. The guy that he was walking with understood what he was doing.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It makes a difference if you walk in the door with somebody talking about what to do and don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was walking with somebody that understood what he was doing.
Right.
So, even though the guy would be difficult to try to understand sometimes, he's still all right.
Yeah.
But,
hey,
go ahead,
Boone trying to tell you so in a nice way. He's trying to, but like Boone, no, and just to say this, so and hold 1 second, brother Boone. I know I'm in the middle of your joint. Just so I could put a little clarity, since I didn't answer the question, maybe more clear. Okay, look. First of all, when I got into dogs, I just had a lot of money back in them times. So I was more of a gambler than a dog man. So what happened, like I said, if y'all heard my interviews, I really got in the dog by somebody coming over the house and beating a little pit bull I got out the paper, and one of my partner's pit bulls. So then we went in the paper and lucked up with a dude that was connected to a hell of a dude. And once I went to go buy a dog from him, which ended up going 3.5 hours, and I also beat the Jersey boys in 119 minutes, best in show with, by the way, with the first dog I brought as a game dog. Okay, he put me on to East Coast Assassin, where I got Tyrone, where I got, hell, the Rascal dog that I flew out to California in 1990 with, Baby Ruth bitch, Bruno's. I mean, I can keep going on with all them badass dogs I got. So what Boone is telling, the dude I got, even when Boone met me, and we went into Champion Max, there was a 4-time winner on the first time out. I'm just going with the ride. I'm just buying dogs that was bad as shit, just had money. I didn't know how to condition. I just was paying the East Coast Assassin to condition my dogs. Okay? So, like Boone said, trust me, it would have no way in the world I would have been able to walk into it a year and got champion and had done what I was able to do. I was able to get on magazines in a year. Fucking with Parker. I'm just being honest. And it wasn't me. It was just like the me part came into it a year afterwards, where I actually started learning how to condition my own shit and doing my own thing, where it came into I was wanting to get in a shootout with a dude back then, because the dude said Bach ain't shit but a gambler. Ain't no fucking dog, man. But then I wanted to go find him, and then one of my partners said, well, Bach, you really telling the truth. You ain't a fucking dog, man. All you doing is gambling, just buying dogs. You don't fucking know what to do with a dog. Then when he said that I had to learn how to read the papers, and I took that shit to heart. And I hurry up and learn how to do a whole lot of shit, but again, with real excellent help. So that's how that came about. But I really landed on a gold mine. That's all.
Yes, sir. Salute to Jermaine Bean in the super chat. Appreciate the support, Jermaine Bean. He says, I got a 7-month Presa Canario, and his personality is totally different. He runs and barks all night. How can I get him to calm down? Shot collar. What you think, Mr. Garcia?
Man, I'm not familiar with them dogs. Fine, if they were like that, I'll just put a stop to it. I ain't talking about I didn't kill them or nothing like that. But I just made them shut up. So somebody else need their expertise on that. Sorry, brother, I can't help you.
What do you think about that, Roster Man?
Get the shot collar, because you go to beating on that big motherfucker, he might bite your ass.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But look, okay, so can I finish my
answer? Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, my first champion would be my Batman dog.
Okay.
And first coming out, the first 2 times that we did him, we stopped Fat Bill's Bolero brothers. And we went uphill both times. And then we did them with some boys down in that Troy area. And, like a lot of people sometimes can see something and they really don't believe what they're looking at. But we seen Batman do his act probably about 15 times. And his thing was, no matter how hard you bit him, or no matter how hard you was on him, he was gonna get to your privacy sack back there. And when he got to that privacy sack, he wring them out. He make the stomachs turn black and blue, and everybody in the room start walking out.
Right.
So that was his style. He get your privacy, and he just, and that, but it took me a while to get that, because I had a whole bunch of them ZEBO dogs, and I had to go through a lot of them to get him. But it was fulfilling, because everybody was saying, you ain't, them ZEBO dogs ain't nothing. They this, they that, they that, that this. And I was just so determined, that they were going to be everything that I wanted them to be, and not what they were saying they to be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Brother Bach, did you want to answer that question? What's your advice to him about the Presa Canary pup?
I was with the 2 good brothers already stated. I would agree with the brothers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I've had big dogs like that before. And, they going, you got one that's, 7 months, he a puppy, man. He going to run around. And you say he run around all night. So you probably have him in the kennel all day, and then he excited at nighttime or something. I'm not sure. But if I were you, I would exercise him, tire his ass out and shit. He'll sit down somewhere. After a while, once he grow up. But you got to put up with that for a few months, man, until you get out of that. I mean, that's just like your kids running around the living room, losing the remote control and bouncing basketballs and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let me see here. We got another question. What's the thoughts on Mountain Man's champion Homer, and if the blood is still around, Mr. Garcia?
Yeah, he was a very good dog by all accounts. He threw several good dogs. The one negative that was back then, if you want to call it a negative, is you might have to go through some before you get good news, you know. That happens more often than people will admit, but it's kind of like what Rasta Man was saying. Once you get one, you know, they're pretty hard to beat. So there's some pretty famous dogs off of him, and people that knew how to breed and keep it going and use it, you know, depending on how they bred it, you know, they made a good family of dogs down from him, you know. Nothing wrong with him, because he was a 43-pound dog. He's credited with 3 wins. Some people say he had more than that. I don't doubt it. But he also won in 2 hours at 46 pounds, come up 3 pounds to beat Avery Smokey, I think the name was. And that one went 2 hours, and Homer won that one. So that's a accomplishment, you know, than at weight, you know, to come up like that on a good competition and still come out on top. You have to show some kind of heart to do that, you know. So, right. You know, put that with the Rascal Jr. stuff or Rascal stuff, or, you know, different things they put it, you know, Carver stuff, you know. That's tough ass individuals, man.
Yes, sir. What's your thoughts on that, Brother Bach?
Well, brother, I'm with him in terms of, I mean, a lot of good blood I've seen coming by way of it. I've seen a lot of the spider bite 'em stuff that was real hard, rough stuff that was off of that, and that I liked. And then, you know, they was putting it with more Stompanato snooty crosses back then with that, or they, you know, of course they was going with the Rascal Jeep more to it, with going back with it. So I liked it. I mean, the people I seen, I didn't really use it, but the people that I knew who was buddy of mine were successful with it, you know. And I had planned on crossing it, but I just never did, you know. So yeah, I mean, the Homer stuff was pretty good, and it's some stuff still around too.
Right. Rasta Man Boom, what's your take on the Mountain Man's Homer, and is the blood still around?
Yeah, you know, I think Homer is a family member of the ZEBO stuff, isn't it, Schoolboy? Ain't they related? The Homer dog?
No, they're not related, other than, you know, if you want to say they both have DIBO in them. You know. Yeah,
that's relation. You can't, you know.
Yeah,
if we get one kid with a little bit of schoolboy, you ain't gonna tell me that ain't Schoolboy.
Yeah, that's true. Look at my grandson. So in that respect, yeah, you're right. You know.
Yeah, that's right, what I'm saying. So what a lot of people don't understand is the dogs pretty much be the same, other than the people that get them and give them a name, a different name. Like, my name is Hatchet. My name is Salute. My name is Father. My name is Time. My name is Zinc. My name is Right. My name is Wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
yep.
If you look into the DNA gonna come right back to where it came from. It ain't gonna say, hey, it's Jake stuff.
Yeah. Similar styles too, you know, that rough, hard-charted chest, you know, shoulder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These dogs are physical. They physical. They gonna get physical with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, violent. They violent.
Yeah. And a lot of people, you know, certain people want certain things, and so that's what they be looking for. And the question is, what I think about him, or what was the question?
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the Homer dogs, and are they still around?
Yeah, I know it's a lot of them around, man. Lester was selling them all over the place, man. Come on, man. Mountain Man live forever. The mountain man gonna live forever. Do you, man? Come on, man. Can you imagine all the people that he encountered with the dogs because his love for the dogs?
Right.
you know, and his knowledge and wisdom that he's done shared with so many people. And yeah, the Homer dolls are still around, just like the ZEBO dolls are still around. A lot of people got ZEBO in their pedigree, and they talk about ZEBO like he wasn't nothing. And if they look far enough back, I got it in my pedigree. But you try to say the dog ain't nothing. ZEBO a part of the foundation, putting out the best dog in the country, not just the country, the world.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot more of that down in Mexico than people know.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. See, everybody know if you want a Mike Tyson, you can't go to goddamn and breed Pee Wee Herman now and think you're gonna get a goddamn Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That motherfucker come out there and goddamn and started there, the old Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, sir.
Put that motherfucker there with Mike Tyson. You know, Mike come out bouncing with his goddamn head, you know. Yeah, come on, he's gonna kick your ass. Goddamn Kakalaya, motherfucker. Boom! Motherfucker. It ain't fair. You see what I'm saying? Right. You know, hit him but one time. That mother through. Ain't no more fight. He called the police and everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's why they love their family, though. And it's in people's pedigrees. And they're, you know, but like I said, it's just the names changed, but the DNA don't. Go ahead, I'm good.
Yes, sir. And salute to the brother Smooth Monty coming through heavy in the super chat, showing love.
Yeah, he did.
Appreciate the support.
Smooth Monty.
Yeah, definitely salute the brother Smooth Monty. That's a cool brother.
Yes, sir.
That's my brother, man. That's good people right there.
Yes,
yeah,
good people before he started coming on the super chat. That ain't no.
Oh yeah.
He's not doing it for whatever, man. That's
right.
just the way he is. He's good people, man. There's people
Yes,
like
sir.
that in this world still. You know,
Right.
I want them.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. To get the good feeling is the best. Yeah. They call him Monty.
Yes, sir.
When Rastleman starts singing, it's over.
Get out of here.
And Smooth Monty says,
we clowning, man. We clowning.
it's all good. Appreciate you, Smooth Monty. He says a dog conditioned sea level, then taking them up over 5,000 feet in altitude. How much of a performance hit does the dog take? He says, chat room, please subscribe to the panel social media and register your dogs with Schoolboys Registry, ICDR. Yes, indeed.
Oh, shit. Got a plug. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all do that. ASAP Rocky and smash the like button while y'all in the building. Hit that like button, y'all. So, Mr. Garcia, taking the dog up to 5,000 foot altitude after conditioning at sea level, what's the effect on the dog?
Yeah. You talk to most people, and common sense will tell you it matters. You know, that there's a big difference. It could be, you know, because there's less air at that, you know, the air's thinner at that altitude, and you coming from a level that you know, you have a lot of oxygen, you know, and you know, people will say, you know, that they have this problem, that problem. They could run hot, or they could get altitude sickness or all this shit. The only thing I will say is that the people that I know that are experienced, it didn't matter, man. It had no effect. And I'm talking people like OTK, Mr. Gray, you know, Jesse, Comp, you know, different people that I seen do that, and it virtually had no effect. And like I was saying, it's not like they get there and acclimate and do this and that. They get there like 30 hours before. They get there early in the morning. If they're doing it on Saturday morning, they get there Friday morning, you know, get them squared away, give them their last feed, give them whatever the fuck they're going to give them, you know, whether it's Dex or something, B12, whatever they give them. And the dogs the next morning, they're ready to go and they good to go. And I'm talking They win in under 20 minutes and over 2 hours. So there's something to that. There's a method and a madness to the whatever you want to say of how they do that. They've explained it to me. I won't go into detail and all that, because some guys do a little different. Some come down in weight. You get their heavy 2 pounds. Some are coming up in weight. There ain't no weight loss. They're coming up, so that when they get there that morning, if you coming up, you anywhere from a half a pound to 3/4 pounds under. By the time the show hits, you on weight. The other guys, they're 2 pounds over. You get there 30 hours before. By the time the show hits, you're right on weight. So it's just a matter of, and I think a lot of it is you have the dog in good condition. You have to have a dog that you can travel with, that ain't gonna burn itself out or wreck shit or anything like that. That will rest when it's time to rest. You don't fuck with them too much. Leave them alone. You get there, do your thing, put them up. Let them settle in, and they're peaked and ready to go, just like as if they were at sea level. I'm talking, 180 feet going up to over 12,000 feet, Right. Some a little more. Some is 300 feet elevation going up to 10, 11, 12,000 feet. Like it don't affect them, because those same dogs, I've seen them at lower elevation. It's the same. They look the same. Then when I see them at higher elevation, it's the same. So I'm not saying there ain't factors involved, or there isn't some method of how you do that. The blood count has to be right. The dog has to be peaked. They have to be fed and conditioned properly, all that shit. But as far as it affecting them, because they know their shit, it really didn't. I didn't see no adverse effects from the dog. If you get it wrong, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're off, dog's done before he walk across that fucking side of the pit, man. Before you put them in the corner, they're finished. There ain't nothing there. They're a step behind. They're slow, sluggish, run hot, fall out, ain't got no strength. So I'm not saying, it's normal to do that. I'm saying there's a way to do it, and you just have to have, they had to have that down pat. They knew what they were doing. And not just once, twice. I'm talking dozens of times these guys do this shit, or did it. They ain't doing it now. They all retired, but that's about all I can say about it. If you get it right, it don't affect them. If you don't, you might as well forfeit, because you can tell beforehand they ain't there. Don't lose the whole bet. Pay your money, and that was their attitude. If they wasn't right, they just wouldn't do it. And pay their forfeit and get the fuck on. But if they was, they'd come home with the bacon more often than not.
Right.
The only thing beat them was a better dog. It wasn't nothing about the conditioner or the altitude or nothing like that. So that's just a little history on that.
Okay. Salute to my brother Meredith Campbell in the super chat, showing love. Appreciate the support, Meredith. He says, "What's up, family? From a historical perspective, would y'all consider having a discussion on the traps informants tried to use to set up dog men in order for these young brothers to avoid what just happened in the Carolinas?" Brother Bach, you want to tackle that one?
Yeah, it's like anything else. Anything else a person doing illegal. When you get on phones and other little certain area things, the devices that they can get on, or it's put it this way, there's no sure enough way of doing anything, because you never know who the hell is informant. Even if you say, well, I don't use phones at all, I'm not on social media, I don't do none of that, and a person is wiretapped and come up to you and talk, they're supposed to be cool, I guess, and whatever that is you into, you still can get jammed up. There's no foolproof way of not getting caught up. I mean, it's just to be honest with you. I mean, because even if people say, well, we're gonna keep our circle close. Well, unless everybody in a circle is solid, and everybody's solid until them alphabet boys get a hold of it. Okay, then there's a whole lot of bitch shit come out. All right, so everybody's a killer, a gangster, fucking Crip or Blood, all that shit motherfuckers claiming. And then when them alphabet boys pull you in a room, motherfuckers, you got to beat them in their fucking head to shut the fuck up. And then they go out and work for these motherfuckers. Okay, so then these same people that you didn't know got caught yesterday, they come out and then, like they do, set up a whole goddamn show. So, I mean, it's just really hard. And, you know, you could, you know, as much as you could say, well, just watch who you hang with, but you can only speak for you. You know what I mean? You can only know you and know what you gonna say or won't say. Like I said, you know, everybody's just not is built like the way they say they are. They good for calling everybody a snitch until they get in there and then they sing it more than any snitch ever lived. And then, of course, they got informants this out here working. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I would say one thing, and I'm not, like I said, trying to help anybody do anything illegal. But I know the times that when we was doing it back in the day, and you can have multiple shows and all that, that day is over with unless you're going out of the country. You can't be having no motherfucking 4, 5, 6, 7 car shows and 8 car. I mean, I was part of those joints back then. But that shit is when it was only misdemeanors and there wasn't no feds involved unless the feds was worried about a motherfucking drug dealer who was there with a lot of money or some dope. And they really was after that one guy. They really didn't give a fuck about the rest of the dudes with dogs, even though they might get a little snap on it. But now, after Trump made that shit a federal offense for dog fight, now the feds is in it wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? So it's just really be hard to really know who you dealing with. Because, like I said, even back then, I remember before you could even go into a show, whoever you was with had to be known. And then they had to almost vouch for the fucking people they had. So if they got they 8 or they 10 or they 12, they vouched for it. So when they walked through the door, everybody pretty much knew who the hell they had in there. Now, probably, I'm not sure, people can just go up and pull right up to the joint and walk in. And don't nobody know who the fuck nobody is. I mean, some of these people are. As I keep hearing, cops and everybody sitting in the motherfuckers, everybody goddamn referee. Goddamn. What the fuck is the cop referee? And who the fuck is this? Well, you mean we ain't got a real rep that we know that's credible, that's known? We got Smokey and this bitch is the referee. What the fuck? You know, so I'm just saying times have changed to where it was hard for you to get in the show without you couldn't go meet at the places and then come with these people and not be vouched for. You get what I mean? And right. even then, that don't mean everybody that was vouched for is solid. Still don't mean he ain't coming in there with the camera on his belt or wherever the fuck else filming, because a bitch gonna be a bitch regardless. Okay, so I don't know what to say to say how you won't just get caught up with some shit, you know, unless somebody was just there with that person and they shit with their hookup in there and still don't know if that motherfucker across from you got caught up and he's informant and they there to bust your ass. I don't know, man. If there is no sure way of doing that other than me than being outside the country, if that's what the fuck somebody wanted to be into, that had a better hookup where they didn't have no problems. But anything in the States, the way the Fed shit is now, good luck.
Yes, sir. What you say about that, roster man?
Well, I just think, you know, there's a whole lot of things that happen, and you know, folks need to respect what's right, and you wilding or whatever, you know. And you know, the sad part, this is the real sad part about it, is something that has been, you know, I gotta, let's see. And this was a hell of a question. Back in 1970s, in the 70s, 76, 77, around that time, you know, you could, you know, let me see here. I think it was what is this? Don Mayfield. Open the match. Males, 45 pounds, 46 pounds, 49 pounds, 53 pounds, 62 pounds, 63 pounds. Also, some female weights open the match. Don Carter, Ralph, Taylorsville, Kentucky. Phone number, everything. 1978. We 2002, and folks claim they, you know, part of the dog family or whatever fraternity, and seem like more people done got in trouble in these times in the history of the fucking dogs. Now we know the dogs ain't telling.
Right.
Damn, man, please, man, God. I don't know, man, what to say. But I do know this, man, that all that business, you know, just need to stop, man. You know, just, you know, if things ain't right, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone, you know. And you know, you turn over your brothers and your sisters, and then you walk around like it's okay. It's, you know, and I might be looked at differently now. I don't know, but I just think it's wrong. And
it is wrong. It's real.
I mean, I just, you know, we all know that in back in the day, if you your mama told you, say, don't you jump off that porch, you're gonna hurt yourself. You know, we wait till she wasn't looking, you know. And you jumped off, and you might have made it. But there's one time you jumped off, you hurt yourself. So now you're gonna call the police on your mama? Or you gonna turn your mama in for child abuse? She told you not to jump off the damn porch. If you can't handle it, leave that shit alone, man. Now, maybe I'm gonna be in trouble for saying it that way, but damn it, you know, if you ain't with it, leave it alone.
Be in trouble with who? Fuck these dudes. All them, I'm gonna trust not all of them some snitches to me. I listen to how these people talk too much. They always reporting on somebody else's business. This person, y'all, all of them snitches. I know a snitch when I seen when I was locked up with plenty of snitches, and they all talk the same way. Too much.
Yeah, too much.
My thing too is okay, for the dog shit, I think with the Fed joint, it's 5 years they give it to. I mean, I'm not saying I want nobody to do a day, but the thing is, anything you do that you know that they deem illegal, there's a possibility that it's not always going to be a motherfucker going home safely without running into the motherfuckers. Why the fuck would you feel like telling on somebody? And I mean, you ain't got no life sentence and shit. I mean, what the fuck is you? Not even that makes it right. But I'm like, dude's got a damn dog case and they ready to go tell on a whole list of motherfuckers, man. That shit crazy, you know. And then too, like, and I'm just saying, being a former drug dealer, right? I knew for a fact that, you know, it wasn't good for me to be. I mean, I know I brought heat to the game my damn self. Anybody that's doing some shit illegal, even though they say dog fighting illegal, man, them feds don't give a fuck about no dogs, man. I'm telling you. They don't care nothing about them dogs, bro. They there for drugs and money. That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. They and if the drug dealing shit can come out of the dogs, and I'm not saying that could ever happen, even if it is dog fight. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been. But the drugs and the motherfucking all them expensive ass matches they hear about is what really drive them fucking feds for that shit. Ain't too many motherfuckers working at the gas station going to jail for no dog fight. They've been fighting it for 50 years, ain't going nowhere. Because they ain't important to them. They want that money. And then they gonna find a motherfucker who gonna go tell it, and he gonna tell anyway on everybody. But I'm just saying, you know, the drugs, a lot of the drug shit fuck the game. This real, some real shit.
Yes, sir. Mr. Garcia, what's your take on it?
Yeah, pretty much what Bach and Rosselman said. You know, to reiterate what Bach said, that's the difference between back then and current times. Not that there wasn't other illegal shit involved, but it wasn't on a big scale like it is now. There's going to be something else that brings them to the dog. That's true. The difference is you're looking at years when that happens. It ain't even like me. We were at a show. That's how we got busted. We were doing our thing. I got a year. There were 4 people that did time. We all got a year. Okay, no drug, no gun, none of that stuff there. So, but now when you have something else involved that brings them to the dogs, they're gonna attach the dogs to it. But because it's all put together, you're looking at years. It ain't months. It ain't a couple of years. You're looking at 20, 30, 50, whatever it is. Because of that, the dog is just the secondhand shit. And like I said before, like Bob said, they don't give a fuck about no dog. They don't. But the money, yeah, you got a ton of money there, or somebody get popped for drugs and they have dogs too. They're gonna put it all together, man. It's just more time they're giving you. Your dog shit may be 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is.
Right.
But in connection with everything else, it might be 20 years total. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's going to get people to talk. They are going to talk, right, man. No matter who you are. If the mafia, that's what had happened with the mafia. They used to get busted all the time too. They didn't get that much time, but now they're giving them life sentence with the RICO Act and all that shit.
Right. They're
going to talk. They tough motherfuckers, killers, all that shit. They're going to talk. What do you think somebody got dogs dope? So the best thing to do is stay away from it. Don't get involved in it. It's like they say in Mexico. Everybody knows what it's like in Mexico. There's cartel, right, all that stuff. I'm not saying anything about it except that it's known there. If you ain't involved in it, it's probably not going to affect you. So with the dogs, if you ain't involved in that other shit, it's probably not going to affect you. If you are, at some point, it's going to get around to you, man. And now because of the technology and all that, you know, you got helicopters and drones and fucking, you know, you don't even have to wear the wiretap, the traditional, man. They put a little fucking thing on your shirt, in your ear, whatever the fuck it is, and hear everything. Little cameras and shit, you know. So, and they, you know, they have a lot more resources than any dog people do. You know, they infiltrate. They just everywhere, man. So best thing to do, and I did a video recently, and I made this point too, was, you know, a lot of people fake and lie and they talk shit, this and that. They ain't doing nothing. They really are not. But even if you talk like that, at the very least, they're going to disrupt your family, your home. They're going to take your dogs and kill them. You may lose your job over it, or you may lose your wife or something like that. So the point I guess we're all making is think about all that before you do something you shouldn't, or even say online something you shouldn't say. Don't let your ego or you want to be and all that stuff get in the way of your good sense. Just don't do it. It's not, like Bach said, dudes, I know some of them, 50, 60 years in the dogs. Ain't nothing ever happened to them because they didn't report shit. They weren't involved. They didn't get out there, didn't talk to nobody. Nothing happened to them. They're regular people, have jobs. They don't deal dope or drugs or guns or none of that shit. So all them years, nothing happened to them. Why? Because they weren't important. Feds don't give a fuck about them.
Nope.
But like Bach said, you put that other stuff with it. Now they care. It's just another charge. It's like they may put 40 charges on you. If they get you with 10, they're happy with that.
Yeah.
They get you with 3, they're happy with it. If it gets them 20 fucking years, they don't care. As long as they get you. You know, they did their job. So it's
Well,
just
with
something
the
to think
feds,
about.
too, the feds is all about forfeiture. They want to take shit from you. They don't give a fuck about the dog. They want to get in your house and take your house, take cars, take fucking money.
All that,
That's
which
what
they can
they
do. Which
Right.
they can do.
Yeah.
And they do it. You know?
Take all your shit, seize all your property.
They don't take shit from white collar crime. Motherfuckers still walk around with the minks and the mansion and all that, but you come in there, they want to take all your shit. They want the boat, the cars, and all that shit for this shit.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, like, you know, again, I'm looking at Sister Tay Tay down, and like she said, you know, motherfucker could remain silent. That is as simple as that. But most people telling on themselves. They ain't even got, most of them ain't even caught with shit.
Yeah.
They telling on themselves. They so fucking scary that motherfucker then told on themselves they was about to get maybe fucking probation or a fucking year at the max. But after they went, they didn't even know they was connected to no real shit. They didn't went and ran their mouth. Then other motherfuckers said, well, we was doing this. Next thing, like Garcia said, they in there for 15, 20 years and they ass wasn't going to get shit.
Right. Talking too much.
Yep.
Trying to outsmart the police. My daddy always told me, don't try to outsmart the police. Just shut the fuck up till the lawyer get there. You know what I'm saying? These people are trained for this. They go to school for manipulation and lies and interrogation. But you think you smart. Oh, I'm gonna send them in this direction. You know, no, you're gonna say some stupid shit that you gotta now testify to in court. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. But I feel y'all. I agree with y'all. I think it's like the stuff that I've seen recently just disgusts me to the point where I talk to y'all. You know, that's it. You know, it's people just funny style, man. Everybody talk all this snitch shit, but they fuck with snitches. You know what I'm saying? They creep around and laugh and joke because somebody entertained them with snitch shit. Like, bro, what the fuck out of here? Don't come over here asking me about no. I ain't talking about you, Meredith, but don't be talking about no snitch shit and y'all fuck with snitches. That shit weird to me. Like, get out of here. You cool with snitching as long as you can laugh behind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about nobody business. Dog man get in trouble, he get in trouble. That ain't my concern. We'll talk about it behind the scenes amongst brothers. But I ain't taking that shit to the airways because he been charged but not convicted. So nothing I'm gonna say is gonna add to that. See what I'm saying? And I don't know why people got this weird fascination with talking about other people's shit when you don't know all the details. You know what I mean? And also, I think that you know, according, let me read Meredith Campbell new super chat. He says, my advice is to keep your circle small and do not talk about anything illegal as it relates to the dogs. If something feels funny, walk away. Salute, Meredith. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think people should do that. Should, you know, if that's what you're doing something illegal, you know, stop being so thirsty to be famous. The days of Don Mayfield and Maurice Carver and all these guys, that shit is over with, man. Like, you're not finna be known as the greatest breeder ever. You're not finna be known as the greatest matchman ever in this era. They're gonna lock you fuck up. So, like, you read these books and shit and you fantasize, cool, but it's over. Like, it's never gonna be another fucking Frank Lucas. You know what I'm saying? In the heroin game right now, it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is in the past. You gotta let that shit go. You got to build your new legacy for whoever the fuck you gonna be. You have to build that, but you can't try to live off the past and then, you know, all on the internet calling people out. Oh, I got something at 43. You the police to me. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't give a fuck who you know. I don't give a fuck what your reputation is, how solid you supposed to be. You calling out weights on the internet, to me, you the fucking feds. Right. Fuck you. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but people fall for that shit. Hey, he's real, man. Hey, he's real. This is a real dude. He's a real dog, man. Yeah, he sent me some peds, man. Yeah, he the feds. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, he sent me some peds. He real. You don't even know this motherfucker vouching for people you don't even fucking know because somebody can make you laugh. Big goofy motherfuckers. What's up, Ram?
What's happening?
What's up,
What's happening, Ram?
Cooling.
Big stepping.
Big stepping in the building. The long way in the super chat. Appreciate the love, fam. He says, Pups, do you prefer above ground pen or ground pen? He says, and why? what age do the pups eat is exactly like the adults? Walking down Ram, I'll let you take that one.
Shit, so my puppy's teeth come in and shit, and they mama getting tired of biting them, I started putting little fucking chicken quarters in there and shit with them. I treat them like they wolves in the wild, you know.
That's right. Me too.
6 puppies will eat 2 chicken quarter legs to nothing. It'll look like you threw it in there with some piranhas, you know. And that's at
Right.
5-6 weeks old. They eat
Right.
the bone and everything. So, shit, my shits, when I do have pups, they start eating as soon as they able to, you know. I used to try to let them feed on their mama for as long as possible, but that's really not fair to her. So I start feeding them motherfuckers early. As soon as she start getting mad at their ass, I take them off. You know, start weaning them myself and put them on the real shit. So yeah, about, you know, however soon they teeth come in and shit, I guess. And they can see. And they in there, you know when they teeth is in there because they be in there fucking each other up. Snatching plugs out each other and shit. Them motherfuckers be looking like Homer at the face.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
That's when I start feeding them.
Indeed. And what did you answer the pen question?
What was the above ground pen question?
Did you prefer above ground pen or on the ground?
Shit, if I'm gonna have them in the pen above ground, it's easier on my goddamn back to clean and shit.
Right.
And it's more sanitary for the dog. So then plus depending on where you at, if you out in the country and shit, you probably would want above ground for flooding purposes and snake purposes and shit like that.
Yes, sir. Late Show 42 in the super chat showing love. Appreciate the support. He says, shout out to Boone. This is Boo. Jimmy Smith, little brother. Remember Smith's ready. She was champion.
Yeah, Lil Ready. Yeah. Hey, brother Boo, how you doing, man? I ain't seen you in hell, it's been some years, man. But bless up to you and your family. Tell your mother, everybody, I say hello, man. And yeah, that was a beautiful journey that Jimmy and I went on with Ready. And she took care of her business, man. She took care of her business. Like sometimes, Boo, I don't be wanting to say everything. I might give a little bit, you know, but it's all good. Yeah, Reddy was one of a kind, man. She was a special bulldog. She really was. But I want to answer a question. It's a guy, his name is Brian, and he says, Rasta man, can you tell how the Busy Hound was bred? Well, the Busy Hound, I bred my crazy red dog to a bitch off Mr. Bulldog and Brandy. And I bred him, and Crazy Red was off of Ike and Bam Bam. So I bred them two together. And Lil Busy, to just give you a little bit about her, she was a small dog. Busy probably was about, I'm going to say, no more than about 32, 33. She was a little dog. But she was just so fast and, going over to Butch Fox house, one thing that I seen, Butch said, if you got a good dog, it don't matter what size it is. You put a good big dog on a good little dog. And I thought that was, I was like, and then he said, I tell you what, go get the biggest dog you got and I'm going to show you. And I was like, well, damn right. So I went and got that big dog. I come back, I'm smiling like a motherfucker. And I'm tear his ass up. Man, Butch brought that little dog out there. I had the big dog fold up like a bumblebee. Damn. I ain't never seen a little dog bite so damn hard, man. But he was a ZEBO dog too, man. That's what really made me fall in love with them dogs. To see the tucks, the teeth in their mouth, man. And man, I was just amazed, man. Anyway, so yeah, we bred that Busy dog, and Irish Jerry bred his stud dog to her, and that's what JJ come down off of. Busy was real fast, action, get up under you, stay up under you. You know what I mean? I don't care how big you was, small you was. You know, she gonna make sure she keep you off of her and just work you. You know what I mean? She was just real fast, sharp. I love Busy, but I sold him to the guy because he was getting dogs, and I was telling him, I said, you know, I don't care what you get. I said, you know, my thing is gameness is number one for me, you know. But you know, gameness is number one. So you cross it with the mouth to get the package, you know. But number one is gameness. And I told him, I said, if you're gonna start a yard, you need to have gameness first. Oh no, this that. And then eventually he was like, hey, you know what, man? Yeah, let me get that little bitch. I said, I really don't want to let her go, but out of I had 6 of them dogs, and I won with let's see, 1, 2, 3. I won with 3 of them, and like I said, I matched one 8 times, won 5, and lost in 3 hours every time I lost with her. And then I did Nimrod, we won with him. And then Sheba, we won with her. And I thought he was going to do Busy, but he didn't. He wound up breeding a few times, and she threw some real good dogs. But I know Mona Watts and Irish Jerry, you know, they getting dogs down off of it. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised because, you know, my thing from the beginning, you know, gameness, you know, want dogs that want to perform, that want to, you know, just keep working. And you know, and I know a lot of people, you know, that I've met being at the pig picking, you know, is attached to the family of dogs and breeding them and getting their hands on them. I'm like, darn, you know, but little do you know what's gonna happen. And you know, a whole lot of dogs done went through our hands to a lot of different people, man. And I'll just say this, man, I love this fraternity, man. I love this fraternity, but I don't love the works of committing genocide on one another. I ain't with that, you know. So,
right,
yeah. There you go. Let's go, Cal.
Yes, sir. Salute to Smooth Monty in the super chat again, showing love. He said, salute, Ram. Salute to you, homie.
What up, homie? Salute, Smooth Monty. That's a cool dude right there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Salute
what
to
up,
the
Doug?
Salute Lil Rock in the building. What's up, Lil Rock? He said,
Shout out to Lil Rock.
He said,
Tennessee, Little Rock, the Rock is here. The motherfucking Rock is here.
hey, Bach, it's your birthday, man.
Huh?
Bach, they say, is it your birthday, Bach?
No, hell no. Not
No,
till next year.
my birthday. You giving out the wrong birthday,
happy birthday, Ram.
Ram, yeah. Happy birthday to the homie Ram.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, brother.
All right, fellas, here we go. Happy birthday to Ram. Happy birthday to Ram. Happy birthday to the dog man. Happy birthday to Ram.
Thank you, OG. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thought Ram shit was ugly.
Ram always got 3 birthdays every year.
Oh, okay. Is that what
Yeah.
it is? I'm like,
Yeah.
hold up. I'm fucked up. I didn't said happy birthday. Said all type, put the shit on my car.
Ram be doing that just so people can tell him happy birthday 3 times a year.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
His shit go over week then. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, he be doing that.
Yeah,
That's like my kids. My kids got a birthday month. They don't have a birthday. They have a birth month. The whole damn month.
7 whole days to come out, so all of that count.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
It's all inclusive.
It says, why is it that more grand champions didn't go into each other, but there is always champion versus champion, historically speaking? What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Garcia?
Because there's less grand champions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're talking about, you know, if you just go 1, 2, 3, that's a champion. You know, grand champion got to do 5. So, you know, it's wear and tear on the dog. It's the age of the dog. It's the location. It's the timing. You know, you got to have grand champions beat grand champions at the same time, whether they nearby or far apart. You know, that is just you know, harder to do that. Whereas, you know, you have champions going against champions, is one or the other or both trying to make that grand champion spot. So one of them going to lose. They're going to lose their opportunity to make grand champion. You know, and a champion, you know, at least according to the Sporting Dog Journal rules, is any dog that won 3. You could conceivably lose 5 or 6 or 10 or 100. As long as you win 3, you're a champion. As a grand champion, you have to be undefeated. And if you continue on after that and lose, you ain't a grand champion no more. You're a champion. But it's just all that, the age, you know, the number of matches you had to have to make grand champion. There's a few, you know, Joey in Texas and you know, Sandman and Buck and all that. It don't happen too often, you know, just because of that.
We could have did without that when you just mentioned the fucking Texas Joey. That was a waste of time. But go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brother Bach, about why there were not more grand champions going into each other?
Well, the dear brother Garcia mentioned a good point, and also, man, I just hear things, you know, I just hear it's a million grand champions in modern day than it was back then. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if motherfuckers is for real with it or not, but it's like there's a grand champion born every week. Okay, and it wasn't easy to make grand champion back in the day. It wasn't. I mean, and then if it was a dog that tried to like get the grand champion without really going into good competition, it was going to be definitely talked about. You know, so some of the grand champions, like I said, like Rich said, this one might be 7 years old and yours might be fucking 3.5, 4 years old. And the wear and tear, that other one that then got his whole head almost taken off, and the other one's a fucking head dog. You know, so it's kind of like, what the fuck we want to see that other one already on his last hill. You know, it just depends. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then back then, I don't remember all that. It was a lot of weights and dates, man. It really wasn't people picking and choosing. Motherfucker come there with their best shit. They was put, like, I started hearing stuff like, if you ain't got a champion, we ain't going into it. And you ain't got a grand champion, we ain't going into it. And I wasn't a whole lot of, I don't remember those conversations back in there. It was open to the world. You had to wait and a fucking date. And that was it. I mean, nobody was caring if they had a grand champion. You had a first time out. You coming with the bread and you fucking you coming with the dog. That was it. It wasn't nobody was trying to get over, look to get over on that. It was just that people, because you still got to look at it. You ducking. If you just say I got a grand champ, I'm going to grand champ, you still picking and choosing, because that first time out could whip his ass. It's just you just taking and want to go against a grand champion, and 9 out of 10 you saw the other one and know that you think you could beat it anyway. The ones that I respect the most is the going into those that you don't know shit about. Because there's always the unknown that could get your ass. Okay, the ones you know about, you done spotted them. Okay? So right. I don't recall all that shit I hear like, oh, you know, you gotta have them. You know, and then everybody, like I said, they think in order to make their dog of the year, it had to go against. A lot of them fucking champions and grand champions was slum to me. I repped a lot of pieces of shit. I'm like, how the fuck did you get to be a 4 or 5 time winner with this? They wouldn't even make my C team. They horrible. I done been at so many joints I repped, and motherfuckers say, hold up, I want to ask Bob after the show what he think, because they already know what I'm about to say. They be like, Bob, what you think about the shit? I say, man, I don't know how the fuck they got out y'all goddamn roll yard. How? Pieces of shit. So I'm just saying, like, you know, just to see a grand champion fight a grand champion don't mean it's going to be a classic. So, you know, but like I said, they got grand champions popping up around the month. There's more grand champions than there's one-time winners around this month.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me ask Boone this question. What supplements or feed to bring what supplements or feed could you give a female to bring her into heat naturally, if there is any?
They have powder form stuff that you can buy to bring them in heat, and then if you want to do it from a herbal perspective, you just research the herb that will, and then they got injectable. So it's different ways that you can do it. And one method that I used to use all the time is like if I had a female in heat and I was trying to bring another female in heat, I would take that, take like a rag or cloth and rub it on her, and rub it on the one that's in heat, and then go rub it on the one that I'm trying to bring in heat, and all around on the inside of the doghouse, and just rub it in. And sometimes that'll bring them in heat. So it's just different methods, different ways that you can do that. Or if you got a dog chained in one spot and the dog in heat, you trying to bring another dog in heat, well, remove that dog to that other spot and put that dog there, and that'll do it too. So it's just different ways and different forms. It's just research, what you think would be best for you, and go about it that way.
Yes, sir. Salute to my brother Smooth Monty, back in the super chat, showing love. Appreciate the support. He says there are standards, then there are Brother Bakary standards, levels to the game. Yes, sir.
Very true. Factual.
Yes, sir. Let me give a shout out real quick to brother in the Cash App. Let me see here. Brother Gonzalez in the Cash App sent $100 for Brother Mark. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Much love. Much love. Much love.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Brother Mark. It's Brother Mark.
Yes, for Brother Mark. Yes, sir.
Man, we're going to change your name. Brother Mark Maximum.
No, that's this Brother Gonzalez who sent it for Brother Mark.
He sent it. Right.
Okay. I'm going to say Brother Gonzalez Maximum. Yes, I. Damn. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, much love. Much love.
What we about 600, 700? Where we at now, kid?
We're exactly 6 right now.
We're at 600, fellas. We at least want to get a man $1,000 the first pop off if we can.
Yes,
so
sir. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah. Let's keep pushing, and we don't want nobody to not pay their bills. We want you to take care of your home first. But any $5, $2, $10, $20, whatever you can spare to help this young man out, we just love to do that.
Yes, sir.
Can I say something, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, just for to let everybody know, I talked to Mark earlier this week. I'd had some issues. I couldn't get a hold of him. My mail wasn't going to him. The whole rigmarole shit. But I finally got it all squared away, and he gave me a call. So he's going to be calling me generally on a Tuesday. And I talked to him, man. His spirits are up. He's thankful. I let him know what's going on. He's nothing but grateful, and he's going through his second appeal. And, he was having trouble getting a hold of his family and different people. They just changed a bunch of rules. Anyways, whatever the fuck it was, I finally got a hold of him. He gave me a call, and I'm just happy. I just want to say that I got a chance to talk to him, and hopefully on a regular, I'm going to send him some stuff. You have to write him, print it out a certain way, and you have to be on a list and all this shit. I understand rules and all that. But I was just glad I got a chance to reconnect with him and talk to him. But he's doing good considering the circumstances. He's okay.
Yes, sir. Salute to Brother Mark. Good stuff.
Yes. Yeah,
Glad you're doing good.
Mark, 6 million prayers today.
Well, the way Garcia said he can't hear our show, but he's trying to get it to where somebody can get it for him so he can listen to it.
Right.
You know, or back excerpts of it, you know.
Yeah,
Right,
he's
right.
limited. He's limited on outside contact of any kind. You know, they changed the rules where, you know, they have TV, but you know, they pick the channels they watch. They don't have no internet. You know, when he calls, he has to buy a card. It's a 15-minute card, so that's how he calls, rather than just jump on the phone, you know, and collect call and all that. It has to be prepaid. So he actually has to pay for the call, and then it runs for 15 minutes. Then it cuts off, and then he'll call me back like that, you know. So it's just the way they go about. But he doesn't have any way of getting on the seeing the show or getting on the internet. But I told him if he can get his sister or his mom or something, you know, to record stuff for him, have him send it, you know. Even that has to be done a certain way. It just, you know, a lot of things. But man, he was just grateful that we even mentioned him, you know, and
that's right.
You know, he's thankful. So he appreciates it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
And before you, and again, like Brother Garcia said, it's beautiful for the brothers here that do take their time out, because again, the brother did not himself do anything to, you know, to be in there where he at anyway. You know, he shouldn't just be on death row. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't he killed nobody personally. So I mean, we truly appreciate it. It's not we trying to, you know, get no pat on the backs. It's good. Just like I see one of the brothers here said he was a, you know, ex-felon. It's good when you can see people that look out anyway, especially if you've been inside. You know, you got somebody that feels enough to look out for somebody else, man. That's the best. Like at the end of the day, fuck the dogs talk. I mean, a human life is way more important than any of this fucking bullshit we talk about in terms of this man's freedom and life not getting taken or shit like that. So we truly appreciate that. I'm just saying, and we talk about it as amongst each other. So thanks again, chat room. Much love, brothers. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes, sir. And this question here I want to go to Ram. It says, why is it that we should cull the Manbiters, but some of the best dogs and dogs whose blood we chase were Manbiters?
That's just a general rule of thumb for the motherfucker who not experienced enough to handle a man biter. You know, we had a bunch of man biters, but that was before any of us had kids or a family that we had to worry about. You know, it's basically a dog trap house, just a bunch of hard legs in there running in and out, fucking with the dog. So motherfuckers knew, you know, you go over there, you get bit. The motherfucking med kit is over here. Stitch yourself up and keep your stupid ass from over there. But everybody ain't got the wherewithal to do that. So generally people just call them shits, man, because you don't want that motherfucker to get a hold of your wife or your kid, your nephew, or even your ass and be down there ragdolling you. It's just safer that way. But best believe how I sweat out weave is a motherfucking goddamn yard right now. Your favorite dog on there, and he right next to a man biter. And the motherfucker who owned the yard to tell you, hey, don't go by him. He'd grab you and shake your ass out. It's not one yard that I've ever stepped foot on that didn't have a dog like that, including mine, you know. But just as a rule of thumb for the average, we just say, you know, don't fuck with it. It's not worth it. Because if you can't handle it, it's going to get on somebody in your house or get loose and terrorize the neighborhood and bring a bunch of heat, just negative heat to the dogs in general. And that's my take on that, cuzzo.
Yes, sir. What's your take on that, Mr. Garcia?
Pretty much what Ram said. It's not that you should cull them, you know, and if you want to give examples of great dogs that were like that, yeah, they were, but they take expert handling. They do. If you have a real man biter or man eater, some of the ones I like to call, they'll bite you for no fucking reason at all, man. They attack you like you another animal. If you had a dog like that, you'd know the fucking difference. They can be dangerous. So if you know, I'm not saying don't tolerate them if that's your thing. You like the blood or you want that type of, whatever it is. for me, like Ram said, because I had kids and family, and I had man biters. I did. You know, I learned how to handle them. I learned how to tell before they were going to bite me, so I snatch them up so they couldn't bite me. That's after getting bit. You're going to get bit at some point. Somebody's going to get bit. It's inevitable. So if it's worth it to you to do that, then, you know, that's on you. I have nothing to say about that. But they can be dangerous. And like Ram said, your wife, your kids, the neighbor, if they get loose, somebody goes into your yard, even a drunk motherfucker, whatever, hop your fence. It ain't gonna be good for you. So, you know, keep them contained, keep them away, keep them, you know, however you want to keep them. Just understand that they can be a liability where somebody could lose their life or get severely injured, you know. So, right. You know, it's not that you should get rid or you have to. You don't. It's your fucking dog. You do whatever you want. But you better understand the circumstances too and the consequences. So that's all I got to say about it.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, I got a question for the panel.
Yes, sir.
Now, Tay a MMA fighter?
No. She covers MMA.
Oh, I'm like, damn, man, good God. You're so beautiful, man. Damn, I don't want her beat up. Damn.
Yeah, that's brown sugar right there.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm looking at like, God damn, take, damn, take.
Check your chain, OG.
Go
your
put on
ring coming off, OG. Gotta check that chain, man. Hey,
look here, man. Just hold off, man. Tay love me first.
Yes, it did it.
Hey, love me more.
Hey, look here, man. Hey, look, me and you gonna shadow box on Tay. For Tay, you know. Hey, Tay, now the best man win, right, baby?
She might have stepped out.
Yeah, we do like DIBO. It'll be like both of ours. We just keep her in my house.
Oh, goddamn, man. You ain't playing fair, man. Hey, Ram, you ain't right, man. Don't take it all. Don't let a nigga get nothing.
While you guys are fighting over her, I'm going to go talk to her. How about that?
Oh, shit. Hey, Bob, help me out, man.
The back door,
don't let him go. Don't do it.
Garcia, slip in the back door. Go on in there to Garcia while they talking shit.
Hell no, where Angie at? I'm calling Ed. Fuck that. Cock blocking today.
Yeah, call Steve Boy and tell him you got a meeting, goddammit.
Tony, anybody calls, they lying. I don't give a fuck what they talking about, they lying.
There she go. She back now.
Yeah.
Back. What's up, Tay? We love you. We love you, girl.
Tay. Welcome.
That goddamn Boone, a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, Tay. Look, I'm the #1 boyfriend now. The other ones can be after me.
God damn. Both going names.
Tay, don't listen to a bunch of old scraggly men talking. Wishful thinking.
Hey, Tay, I still got a little life over here.
Got one left. Left.
No. I got about 15 more shots going. But listen, let me say this. I got 10 boys and 5 girls, Tay. That ought to say something, you know what I mean? And I'm still in the business.
I be stroking.
That's what I be doing.
You ain't playing with her.
Hey, I love y'all, man. We just bullshit, Tay. Don't take it personal.
Hey, Boom, hold up. Just if I can add one thing too, real quick on that man bite thing, so people can understand the difference too, right?
Sure.
Now, there's a difference between a man biter dog that's protecting his territory, the house, or when you walking a dog. Don't mean that dog, if it get loose, is gonna run and bite anybody in the neighborhood. There's a difference when it's protecting the territory opposed to just a real fucking man biter. You know what I'm saying? So,
like Rick Rude.
Yeah,
That
Rick,
was a man
Root,
biter.
Well, Rick Root was that was the craziest dog I ever owned. I had to slide his food into him. I got bit by him too. I had to slide his food to him with a shovel. I would beat him with the shovel, and he'd be grabbing the shovel. I mean, he was hard, and you had to grab. I had to throw some shit somewhere to get a hold of him behind. And then when you fought him, if you didn't let him go at the time, he gonna crawl up your chest trying to bite you. So Rick was a nut, but his offspring wasn't that way that I had though. They wasn't like him, thank goodness. But I'm just talking about like man biters. It's good to put them down because a real man biter, if they get loose, they gonna bite somebody and possibly kill them. Now I'm gonna say something. I don't know if this person listens. It's a friend of mine. It is a sad story. His fucking cousin wanted to keep a pit bull that was a man biter. It already attacked his fucking mother, all right, and I mean mauled her bad. They told him to get rid of it. He gonna still have his mom come over to the crib talking about where he got the motherfucker locked up in the laundry room. The dog got out and ate the mom's feet off, leg off, killed his mother. Killed his mom. He could have got rid of that. Already had attacked her and fucked her up. You feel me? And went on and fucking killed him. I mean, and they said she suffered because she was alive while it ate the foot off and everything.
My goodness.
You get what I'm saying? So when you get a real man biter, it's fucked up because it ended up killing his mom. You know? And but it could have killed somebody else's child or mama too. So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I live in a country here. And they done had a couple of attacks where they done fucking attack the child and eat the motherfuckers. You know, when you got a man biting pit, it's different than the man biting ass. Other dogs, they gonna stop fucking down there when they bite something. They'll most time come off of it. Where you know the pit gonna stay on the motherfucker.
Right.
You know, it's a difference.
Yep.
So you have to talking about how good the dog is. Fuck that dog. Talking about, man, I really don't want to get rid of this motherfucker. You ain't shit because you can't really say unless you got this motherfucker locked in a barn in a cage that it can't come out and it don't really have a chance to get away and you live way in the woods away from everybody, then you might can take that chance. But for most people who don't live in that type of situation, they can put themselves, they family and other people's families at harm. So it's best to put a true man biter down. Again, not a dog who just protecting their area. That's not a man bite. It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yep.
I want to say this, you know, and this might come off a little bit, but I will add to this. See, now, I think, and I may be wrong, that you got different levels of man eaters. You know what I mean? You got that man eater all out war on a human being.
Right.
Then you got that man eater, like Bach said, protecting his territory.
Right.
You see? And so a person have to decide if you have that man eater, what level of dog man would be able to take him and keep him. You know, but to give it to a beginner or somebody that don't know nothing about this, no, that wouldn't be a smart thing to do. Or to give it to a guy that ain't never had a pit bull and say, hey man, he won't bite you, but he'll bite somebody else. I don't think that would be smart. I've always found that when they man eaters like that, you know, if you could try to put them in a home where somebody can deal with them and tame them, and you know, it may work out. But if you don't think it can be done, then it might be best to go ahead and let the veterinarian put him to sleep, because the kickback on that is you take him and for some reason he get loose and he get on somebody. I remember Gene Smith back in the day, he had sold somebody a dog in California. And the dog, did y'all see that on the news years ago? where the dog came out the house and bit the lady, the dog catcher lady.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And man, they came all the way to his front door about that. And he sold the dog to somebody. It wasn't like, you know, I don't know if it was that exact one or what, but I know that, you know, I was talking to him and I seen this thing on TV and I was like, damn, and he was telling me I was like, damn. He said, man, the folks came here to me. He said, man, I sold the dog. I'm like, damn, man. So, you know.
That wasn't that dog, Ross.
Okay.
Man, that was dog's name was Willie.
Okay.
Sold him to a dude out here. That dog killed a kid.
Yeah.
And the kid had played with the dog before. And what happened is the grandma was babysitting him. And while she was asleep, he went outside, went to the dog, and the dog killed him. It made national news.
Yeah.
I know of 3 incidents involving dogs that have killed children. There's 3 fucking children too many. One of them is like Bach said. One of them was a dog that had bit the family's child. They took him to the trainer. The trainer tried to break him of that behavior. She told the family, he's like that. I can't do nothing about it. Leave him here. I'll put him down for you. I won't charge you. They said, no, he's all right. 2 weeks later, he killed their kid.
Yeah.
So that's the extreme it can get to.
Correct.
Fuck the papers, fuck the dog, like Bach said, over dog. Make more dogs. Make dogs that ain't like that. So, like Rossman said, there's different levels to it. Some dogs will try and bite you to let go when you're in the corner and all that stuff. That ain't that type. Some, they don't like you fucking with them when they're eating. They're fine everywhere else. They protecting their food or their territory or the family. You know, that ain't it. Some dogs are just, whether they see children as prey or they see humans as an adult, or they don't give a fuck about a human. They're going to do what they want to do. That's a whole different game. That's a whole different type of dog. Understanding it is one thing, but what are you going to do about it? It ain't worth it. I'm telling you, man.
And that's why we say, as a rule of thumb, just call them motherfuckers.
Just call them. Make more. Get another. There's dogs all over the place, man. You can make better than that piece of shit.
You take a real experienced handler dog, man, with certain circumstances as far as his living go to keep a dog like that.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, if you got a dog like that, man, people be playing dumb. I hate that shit to see people.
Hell yeah, you know, because that motherfucker tried to bite you before.
Right.
You don't know firsthand.
And they play dumb and they'll say shit like, he never done that before. He never
right.
When you got a dog like that, you got to have, if you're going to keep it, you got to have some immaculate fucking security and shit like that. Like, that's a lethal fucking weapon. That's a loaded gun. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have that motherfucker just in the backyard on that punk ass 5-foot fence. The fuck you doing?
Right.
Yeah, that motherfucker get loose. He sees something he want. He hopping that bitch and gonna get it.
He never did that before. But what about the time he pulled you out your jacket?
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, man. So
it's dangerous, but some people like that. They think the dog, you know, they try to live to the dog. If the dog crazy, that mean, oh man, yeah, you know, this is my dog. He crazy. You know, they think that makes give them some type of status or something. But yeah, it's funny until you get sued and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you. I was great kill Rick Rude. Rick Rude was about to get killed. If I ain't send him back to pet, his ass was out there. I don't give a fuck if I had him from a puppy and he was bad as shit. He almost bit my little boy. His ass was gone.
Yeah, see, when kids come into play, and that's when we stop getting man biters and like keeping them like, you know, it's the end of the road. But before we would get them off the yard and cull them, we would try them out in shuts-in and shit. Like I showed y'all a couple of my shuts-in dogs. So we would try them out on that at first. And if you wasn't disciplined for that, then yeah, like y'all just said, that's a lethal weapon, you know?
Yeah.
Motherfucker can't just be having you out there like that. You just a fucking liability to everybody.
Yeah. Right. When my dogs, when they puppies, that's why I like to get dogs when they puppies and shit, because you know,
socialize.
And I like to raise them around my family and you know, play with their food and shit. Like I pour some food in there. let them eat, then I take it from them. And if I hear one growl, I'm snatching their asses up and letting them know who the real alpha is up in this house. You better sit your ass down. And I keep the food for a minute, and I give it back to them until they get used to me that I have the right to take their food and shit, you know.
Yep.
And that will usually work out for me, you know what I mean? So, and if they don't let me do it, fuck that. I ain't fucking with them, because I had a Rottweiler when I was younger, and he was cool as shit. I love that dog. And we got rid of him because he got too big for where we were living. And then we got him back when he was an adult, and we moved, and he was cool until you try to feed him. You put the food in there, and you try to slide the bowl over to him. This motherfucker. My daddy said, "Oh yeah, you out of here." But then he took a broom and beat the shit out of him. Said, "Man, what the fuck is you doing?" That dog got loose. He got loose. Man, it was a fight in that house. We jumped that dog. We beat the fuck out that dog. Show ass up out of here. We gonna feed you.
One time I would totally agree with putting one down. Other than being too sick, you know, for a good quality of life. Vicious dogs, hell yeah. You ain't got the training, nowhere to put them. Hell yeah, take that motherfucker, go get them put down, bro. It's safer for everybody. Like, motherfucker said the dog ate a motherfucker mom. You know how bad you gotta feel? Because after the dog attacked your mama the first time, you should have killed him. I'd have fucking turned into Freddy Krueger right there on that dog. Motherfucker, you bit my mama, bitch. Wait a minute.
No, it ain't the dog fault. The dumbass dude, when it bit his mom, I already would have killed the motherfucker when it bit my mom the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first time, you'd have been out of there.
So the dude, the family should have fucked him up. He shouldn't even made it to the funeral. It should have been 2 funerals. Fuck him.
Hell yeah.
My mama,
well, 3, because the dog dead too.
Right.
It should have been with 3. The dog.
Correct. It should have been 3 because he was not supposed to fucking make it. Talk about his mama. His mom got bit the first time. The dog should have been history. Fuck that.
Out of there.
Exactly. Yep. Hey guys, I got to get going. Good chat. Thanks for everybody showing up, and we'll see you soon, man.
All right, salute on coming through.
Be safe out there.
All right. Hey, with that, I believe it is time for our commercial break. Freak Zone. It is time for the Freak Zone.
Yes, sir. Let me read Ty Green's super chat real quick so I can get it up screen. Appreciate you, Ty Green. Thank you, brother. In the super chat, he says, "Was Red Thunder one of the best dogs of the Chicago Bulldogs? Thunder. Does anyone on the panel have any thoughts on him? Anybody familiar with that dog?"
I love that motherfucker as far as a producer. Now, I don't know about his background and anything else, but I know as far as a producer, I love that shit.
Yes, sir. Dirty Glove Kennel, salute in the super chat. Appreciate the love. It says hashtag CD Sean. Okay, salute, homie. Salute to you.
Salute to Dirty.
Appreciate the love and the support, brother.
Yes, sir.
Money and magic, XXX. Hold up, honey. No, I'm not your hoe or housewife. What you thought this is? It's not personal, it's business. When you see me, I be fancy underneath it. I be nasty, sharing lace off in my panties. Easy access, ain't no scamming. Got me choking while I'm slurping love potion. From the back type, busted wide open. Got some D-cup titties in a bubble butt. Made his big heart as shit. All I heard him scream was fuck. Give it to me, bear. Pulling on my motherfucking hair. Pretty pussy pink. Knock it out. Put that ass to sleep. Got his wood all in my back. Come in my stomach with all of them racks. Make his dickhead split up cash. Huh? Now give it to me like you want some more. No Tatiana, that's that bottom shelf quality type of hoe. Taste this pussy, you'll eat something that you never had. Put that chain around my neck and choke me till I'm brain dead. Then throw me all of them bands and cash it out to my OnlyFans.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
yes, indeed.
I want to say this right, before we get past this. Jimmy Smith Bones was I'm talking about a great figure of dog representation in our area here, and not only our area, but he knew people throughout, the universe. And matter of fact, he and another brother, Rick, they was responsible for the champion Titan breeding, the 4-time winner. And we just made the breeding, and we got 10 pups. And I'm telling you, you know, Titan was everything you wanted in a bulldog. Matter of fact, you know, he was campaigned at 35, between 35 and 36. And we turned around his last one, took him up to 38. And he didn't go against no mesh mouth or no cotton mouth joker. We knew that he was gonna get bit up. I'm talking about, we knew this. And you know, to go back to what I was saying from the beginning, is my number one thing is gameness. You know, is gameness. And Titan proved that no matter how hard you can bite, you know, you gotta kill the heart. And if you don't kill the heart and it's there, the drive will keep on going. And that's what he did, man. He just drove his opponent right on out of there, took care of the business, and now we got some pups off of him. So y'all guys, you know, if you, I think I gave him a number one time before. If you go back, you can look back a show before this one, or a show before that one. And if you're interested in one of the pups, man, y'all give me a holler. Because they'll be ready to go in probably about 6 weeks. They ain't ready right now, but in about 6 weeks, they'll be ready to go. But we got some.
Hey, to be safer, OG, just for you, man. Just hit up the IG page if you try to get in contact with them. And I'll filter out the weirdos and weenies for you, bro.
Hey, well, IG is on. Thank you, man.
Yeah. You ain't gonna have no snitches around you. You feel me?
Hey, look here. See, that's what I need. I need my protector. They call him Ram to the motherfucking maximum.
Yeah, y'all hit the IG page up, man. Gamedog Talk. You feel me? And yeah, a lot of people on there cool already vetted them, so y'all good. But you new motherfuckers, yeah, don't call the OG. Weirdo, them weirdos are sending you dick pics and all kind of shit, bro. All type of shit you ain't asked for.
Yeah.
Need some creeps. All right. So we got another question here. It says, if hog hunting is your sole reason for having this dog, is it still necessary to school him as a match dog, or is it different? I'm going to go back to you, Rasta man. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts is, since you understand that you are hog hunting, then it's no reason to be schooling it other than to school him to hog hunt.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So why would I try to participate him in anything other than what we plan to do, which is hog hunting?
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, I wouldn't do all that. If you're hog hunting, that's what you're doing. You're hog hunting. You schooling them for that. Whatever that process is for you, however you dime it up or work it out, you know, that's what you do.
Yes, sir. Yes,
man,
sir.
you better not fucking put no fucking train your dog to fight a hog. Nigga, he'll be down the dog every goddamn time. You want that motherfucker to grab the ear and hold on for dear life. This motherfucker go in that hog stifles and this motherfucker gonna eviscerate your dog with your touch, nigga.
But that's why you was school of the hog hunt. That's what
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You better not school them to fight. Take that dog, the baddest motherfucker you done ever read about or seen. Whoop no wild hog.
At all. Right.
That motherfucker be out there eating your dog.
No bullshit. That's why they put that vest on their ass, to keep them bitches from ripping their whole stomach out.
But you still get broken up though. Like I came back with dogs that had a broken fucking ribs and all that with the vest on. It's just like if you get shot with a vest on, you ain't gonna die, but I bet your ass gonna be in a fucking body cast.
For sure. You ain't lying. But yeah, man. Well, we got through the questions. We answered the chat, all that stuff. Real good show today, man. I want to thank the brothers for joining us today. Welcome down round. Why don't you go ahead and give us a quick disclaimer, brother?
Hey, man, I say this shit every week, and you motherfuckers don't listen, man. Fuck y'all. None of this shit is intended for, nor should it be used towards any illegal purposes. If you is using it for that at this point, that's on your stupid ass. Obviously, me telling you shut the fuck up don't work. None of that shit work. Other than don't do the shit. The glory days is over, man. Live vicariously through the memories we present y'all, or take your ass out the country with the shit. Tomorrow, Monday, you probably gonna be off for Columbus Day, since that's National Motherfucking steal some shit. They go steal something, motherfucker, because he stole this country. God damn it, that's all I got.
Oh, shit.
Yes, sir. Brother Bach, any last words for the people?
Like I said, we just got a real good panel. Like I said, like Brother Boone say, I love. We come here, we don't get paid. We do this shit just to help out, not so much to help out nothing in the modern day of dog fighting, but pretty much just giving some historical shit, some fictional shit, if one is to say it that way. But for the most part, man, just to come here and be with the fellas, you know what I'm saying? And also want to show some love to our dear brother Twin, as always. Want to keep the good brother in all our prayers. Like I said, keep him strong. He has his own shows to go up there. He's doing a great job. But we just want to keep that brother as well in our prayers that he gets better. You know what I mean? So that's all to that. But yeah, everything else, we hope to see you next week.
Hey, I got one more thing I want to say. The brother Twin has been a special part of our life,
right,
in ways that we didn't know it would be, but it was the Most High work bringing us all together through the travels. And I just want to thank him and his brother for showing the love of brotherhood the way they do. Also, I want to give a shout out to Pro Games. I don't know him, and I've never met him, but somebody sent me a show he did, and he spoke about him having cancer. And and like a lot of times things be said and people not really know you or even understand you. But I really hope and I send 6 million prayers to Pro Game. And no matter what he has said, good or bad, about any of us or me, it doesn't matter. We still love that brother because he loved the dogs we love, and whether it be a ZEBO dog or whatever the dog, I don't know if he like them, but when I say the dogs we love, we talking about the bulldog fraternity. And so let's just hope these brothers,
let me get in on that too with you, Bone, too. Now, me and the brother Pro had our little thing for a second there. And like you said, I don't take none of that shit that that we had in terms of that brother. I definitely don't like hearing the brother had cancer, and I hope and I pray the brother get right too. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, and it was more so he and I, more so than him with anybody else on our joint. So I don't want to hear nothing negative in that type of way about that brother. So I'm with you on that, Boone. I pray for the brother myself.
Oh yeah.
Hey, one more thing too. Shout out to Dirt Road Kennel for donating the pup for the raffle. I have that shit online tomorrow. Y'all can get some raffle tickets and shit. It's a nice bread pup too, and that's going. All the proceeds going towards our brother Mark, man. So we ain't gonna see $1 out that shit, but somebody gonna get a free pup. You just gotta take care of the shipping yourself if you win it. That's all that is. But yeah, I had the pictures and everything up tomorrow on our IG page and shit. So y'all want to fuck with it, man? I had a link up there too, so where you can get the raffle tickets at.
Yes, sir.
Massive, are you ready?
Go ahead. So, all right, man. We appreciate y'all for joining us, man. Thank y'all for being here and always supporting the channel. Smash that like button on the way out. Share the video, all that good stuff. And we up out of here. See y'all next week, man. Deuces.
Yeah, deuces.